Before I dive into the list of Quest games that I think are a must-buy, I want to share the best deal in VR, MetaQuest Plus. For a limited time, you'll get a 3-month trial to MetaQuest Plus with any purchase of a MetaQuest 3S. And if you already own a Quest, you actually have a 1-month trial you can redeem right now. This trial gives you full access to what MetaQuest Plus has to offer, that being free unlimited access to over 24 major titles, with more added every single month. Notable titles include Walkabout Mini Golf, Demeo, Asgards Wrath 2, and more. After your 1 to 3 month trial, Quest Plus is a subscription-based service costing $8 a month or $60 a year. This subscription gives you continued access to the current Quest Plus catalog and the 2 new titles added every month. So this holiday season, if you're looking to give the gift of variety, then definitely check out MetaQuest Plus, as it contains titles to scratch everyone's VR itch at a great price. The rest of this video I'll have split apart by categories, with a few titles covering each. If you end up finding a title you're interested in, you can find a link to every game in the description below. And if you end up finding a game you enjoy, a like would be greatly appreciated. With that, let's hop into the first category, the casual game. The games in this category are for every gamer and non-gamer alike. These titles span multiple genres, but at their root are just simple fun that anyone can enjoy. Starting off this category, there's no better choice than Walkabout Mini Golf. This title is the antithesis of E for everyone. I can even get my mom to play. As expected, it's played just like traditional mini golf. Each person gets 1 putter and 1 ball, and they work their way through 18 holes of a fun-themed course. What sets Walkabout apart from other golf games on the Quest is its simplicity and creativity. You only need 1 controller, which is used for your locomotion and putting. And speaking of locomotion, there are 4 types for all levels of VR players. You can choose to instantly teleport to your ball in the prime putting position, freely teleport around, freely glide around, or even, if your VR stomach is feeling up for it, fly around. On top of the near perfect feeling of actually playing, the art in this game is stunning. There are over 30 courses ranging from your traditional pirate-themed island to an alien-like world. Each course has 18 themed hidden balls, which you can find scattered at each hole that, when found, gets added to your arsenal of balls that you actually get to play with. By putting subpar or finding the hidden balls on each course, you can actually unlock a hard mode, usually taking the form of a nighttime iteration of the original course with additional obstacles. Along with the added challenge, the hidden balls are replaced with a cheeky little scavenger hunt that, when completed, rewards you with a themed putter you can use on any course. Mighty Coconut, the creators, are constantly adding new courses as DLC additions for a few dollars each, which is an absolute steal when you compare it to the quantity and quality of each additional new course. I think the one thing that keeps bringing me back to Walkabout is its amazing multiplayer system. It gives you an avenue to show off your collection of putters and balls, while also allowing you to kick back and just be with friends while you putt. The lobby-based system makes it really easy for you to just enter the same room code as someone else, and you'll instantly be added into their game with up to 8 other people. The great thing about this system is it allows players with the DLC courses to play the DLC courses with their friends who don't have them. This makes it a great game for families who like to play together, as only one account needs to buy the additional DLC courses. All in all, Walkabout Mini Golf has a very special place in my heart as my go-to title to show off to people the joys of VR. The base game is just $15 and comes with the default 8 courses for you to explore. So if you're looking for a nice relaxing game to get this holiday season, Walkabout Mini Golf is the way to go. The other game I'm putting in this category is Power Washing Simulator VR. It sounds stupid, but it is the definition of a good time. There is a fair bit of depth to the game, with an entire campaign and shop which requires you to complete jobs, allowing you to buy better equipment and soaps. Just like Walkabout, this game is better with multiplayer, which supports up to 6 people. The base game includes classic washes like vehicles, playgrounds, and backyards. In total, there's enough content for hours of power washing satisfaction in the base game alone. Additionally, you can also purchase DLC jobs at places like the Bikini Bottom from SpongeBob and the DeLorean from Back to the Future. I recently found another fun way to play, which is to speed clean jobs with your friends. Basically, hop into a job and try and clean the item as fast as possible. I did this as part of a competition and was able to clean the Mars rover in about just 50 seconds with a group of 4. Let me know if you can do better in the comments below, and if you're interested in Power Washing Simulator VR, it is a bit pricier than Walkabout, costing $25 for the base game, around $8 for each DLC. Moving on to our next category, we're going to talk about some AAA titles playable on the Quest. Starting us off strong is Asgards Wrath 2. Despite being a sequel by naming, you can enjoy both the gameplay and the story alike without having played the original. In Asgards Wrath 2, you play as multiple mortals in ancient Egypt, seeking vengeance on the Norse god Loki for tricking you in the first game. On the way, you fight various mythical creatures and gods from Egyptian mythology. Like any other RPG, as you work your way through the wasteland to confront Loki, you will collect resources needed to craft and upgrade gear, giving you a better edge in future fights. There are multiple bosses and over 60 plus hours of story-driven gameplay, with a boatload of additional content. The combat in this game has a high skill ceiling but is intuitive to learn. There's also so much variety in items, from potions to gear to enchantments, that you can run multiple playthroughs and barely scratch the surface of exploring the entire combat system. On top of combat, there's a fair bit of puzzles themed to ancient Egypt, breaking up the fast-paced fighting with bits of brain exercise. Of course, being a AAA title, it does come with a AAA cost of $60, but you can often find it on sale for around $40. Next up, we've got Batman Arkham Shadow. This is a fairly new release which dropped alongside the MetaQuest 3S. It has a slightly shorter campaign, taking around 15 hours to complete. Despite the shorter campaign, the quality of the title is practically unmatched elsewhere on the MetaQuest. The hand-to-hand combat has incredible intricacies, with different combos and moves depending on your physical positions and what buttons you press alongside certain motions. You really get to feel like Batman, with access to his full range of gadgets, from batarangs to his iconic grappling hook. The story takes place 6 months after the events of Batman Origins, with you playing as a young, inexperienced Batman using your detective skills to track down the mysterious Rat King. You'll travel all around Gotham, taking down generic thugs and bosses with a free-flowing combat system. Unfortunately, Batman Arkham Shadow is exclusive to the Quest 3 lineup, which means you won't be able to play it on a Quest 2. But if you do own a Quest 3 or 3S, you can turn into Batman for just $50. For the next category, we're going to take a look at some titles that rely more on brains than skill. First, we have the entire I Expect You to Die series. This set of puzzle games is expansive in the types of puzzles it offers. Not only are they hard, but they're also incredibly satisfying with the way they're woven into a story. The first title has 7 unique missions, and the 2 sequels each have 6 respectively. In one mission, you may find yourself stealing a car out of a plane, and in the next, you might be deep underwater in an imploding submarine. Each mission is incredibly well thought out, with aspects of the puzzle scattered in a full 360 degrees around you on all sides, all within a hand's reach. This makes the game feel very accessible for newcomers, as there's no locomotion whatsoever. On top of the amazing puzzles, the trilogy has the funniest narration in any VR game I have ever played. You can purchase each game individually for $25, or you can get the bundle when it's available for $45. Moving on, I started playing Escape Simulator a lot recently. This title aims to capture the experience of escape rooms in VR. In the base game, there are over 30 official rooms, but there is a built-in room editor that allows the community to build their own. With the community rooms, Escape Simulator basically has unlimited replayability. The rooms range dramatically in difficulty, with some taking a couple minutes and others taking closer to half an hour. Unlike the I Expect You to Die series, Escape Simulator has multiplayer support, allowing you and up to 9 of your friends to take on puzzles as a team. At a price of $15, I'm happy that I stumbled onto this hidden gem, that way I can share it with all of you. One honorary mention for this category is Puzzle in Places. In Puzzle in Places, you're given a 3D puzzle that you put together with a series of reference images. As a puzzle simulator, it's about as simple as it gets. It just does what it needs to do, and it does it really well. All of the controls feel super smooth. You can even use hand tracking. There's a beautiful soundtrack in the background, and the ambiance of the game is fantastic. Coming in at just $7, if you're interested in puzzles, Puzzle in Places is the game for you. Our last category will be focused on multiplayer action. The titles in this category are multiplayer titles that are sure to give you an adrenaline rush. The improved pass-through quality of the Quest 3 line has opened the door to some amazing mixed reality titles. One of the newest additions to the catalog is Spatial Ops. The single player is a simple rail shooter with some gimmicky pass-through, but the local multiplayer is where this game really shines. Spatial Ops local multiplayer allows you to set up your physical space as a battleground between you and another real player. You can add walls and obstacles from your real space, as well as adding additional digital walls for extra cover. There are 4 game modes: free-for-all, team deathmatch, capture the flag, and dominations, all of which are an absolute blast to play either in your living space or in a big open gymnasium. Physically run around your space, picking up weapons to take out your opponents. If you have multiple headsets, Spatial Ops is just a must-try for just $20. Next up, to be expected, I'm recommending PopulationOne. If you have somehow never heard of this game, it's practically the Fortnite of VR. It originated as a battle royale with building and gliding. It has gone through multiple seasons with loads of cosmetics, tons of map changes, and even a map editor which allows for the creation of custom maps. They've also added Team Deathmatch as an alternate way to play. The gunplay is very intuitive and arcade-like in style. Out of all the VR shooters, PopOne is definitely my favorite in terms of the gunplay. The game used to cost $20, but has since gone free to play, completely funded by cosmetic sales. So definitely take a look, as there's practically nothing to lose. And that's it for today's video. If any of these games stood out to you, they will all be linked down below in the description. And if you enjoyed the video, a like on it would be greatly appreciated. Enjoy the holiday season, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody. Bye.